And we're back. Put an extra bag thing to put some of this out of the way. You can see the whole place is still definitely bearing the scars of all the work that's been done, but it's looking alright. Just been to see a caravan, which hopefully we can get parked up just a bit past where the van is, if I go for it. And yeah, I don't know how well this little guy is doing, but we'll see. And then brought a couple of new tools up, so hopefully we can do a bit of work with the chainsaw on some of the logs, rescue them for firewood, and see where we go. The wind's been rough, got quite a few bits and pieces of problems. We've got an uprooted tree, a couple of broken branches, quite a bit sort of scattered around, but we'll see. And I think from the height of the pond there, we probably will need to dig a bit of a drainage channel down that way. So we're going to have a go with the chainsaw on there. No tripod, so you're not going to get any embarrassing videos of me attempting to do this. But I do at least have the requisite gear to hopefully not hurt myself. It's been reasonably successful. It's a very good chainsaw, but I realise I don't actually have any chainsaw oil for the blade, so I've only done a little bit of practice work. Chopped up a couple there. Took some of the bigger pieces off the edge. Merlin's coming back now. I put it down. He is not happy with the chainsaw, which I am very happy with. Him being frightened of it and keeping his distance, exactly what we're looking for. And then look at this beautiful bit of wood. It's very damp, but yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Kind of looks like a piece of cheese, but I kind of want to do something with it, as it's a first point cut. And one more new tool, well, I say one more, there's a couple more. DeWalt reticulating saw, useful for taking some of these up into a bit more of a manageable size. So let's see how that goes. You can see up there the reduction in tree cover has had a pretty big impact on the survivability of trees. We've got plenty of like sections like this from when they were chopping, which is cool, good for wildlife and stuff. But yeah, but luckily we've got quite a few pines, evergreens coming up fast all over, which will help. And then this space here is where I intend the little barbecue area to be. Not the grill cutter, but like an outdoor barbecue spot. So I think the ground's reasonably clear. I think particularly once some of these trees have come up, you won't have too much noise from the road, and you got this beautiful beast to sit in the shade of. And aside from sitting here on nice weather, what we've discovered is a fairy door. So that I've cut is a lovely piece of wood. Look at that. Damp. It's going to take a long time to dry out, and I'm going to need to figure out a much better way of moving wood somewhere that it can dry, because even the wheelbarrow I've got is, I'm going to struggle lifting some of the pieces that I've chopped, which is my own fault. Good day. The drainage ditch is doing pretty well. As you can see, it goes all the way down. This area between the road and the drainage ditch will become my orchard, I think. So it'll be nice as you drive in, easy to access. And then on the right hand side of the drainage ditch, put a fence along that, but that will become the growing area moving into as you get to the hill where the cabin's going to eventually end up. The caravan hopefully parked on the mud as it currently is past the driveway, and then the other half of the drainage ditch going into there. Could probably do with digging that out a little bit more just to connect to that corner where it gets quite flooded. But I'm going to walk and see. Not easy to see, but the water does appear to be moving in the correct direction, and the dog decided to jump over and now feels abandoned. Merlin, this way. This way. Come on. Yeah! Yeah! And then this is where the main drainage ditch comes in as sort of an under the road drainage, which as you can see is now moving fairly well. So that's positive, but there's quite a bit of wood to clear down that end. So that's going to be a job for the coming weeks when the weather gets a little bit better. So just shifted some of the tree branches out of the way that were holding things up, and then hopefully that should improve water flow. And here we've got another 2 trees that can be taken for firewood. I mean, to be fair, there's a huge amount of lumber here of fairly low quality that I'll probably just let reclaim into land, improve the soil, although that's going to take quite a long time. You can see the insect hotel has survived the weather, which is awesome. I don't actually know how to tell if that's populated, helping or not, but it's in a good spot. This section that's a little bit opened out into a clearing is where I'm thinking longer term. It'd be good to put the yurt, and then that stream is barely water but is bringing some of the moisture down. I think it will be interesting in a couple of years to see how this is different when some of the ground cover's back, some of the more open areas have reclaimed trees and things. Because I think between the pretty terrible wind and rain lately and the amount of trees that have come down for logging, it's in an interesting state. And then this is where it ends out and where my land ends. That is a corner marker. It's got an edging, so it's flowing really well back to this point into here. So I might ask my builder to just dig this out into something a bit more substantial and a bit deeper the next time I get him down, to just give it a better hold. And then you can see in here there's really good tree growth, and look at those dog-sized footprints. That way. Here's a dog loving the grass. So I think interestingly the streaming does go up this way. I'm going to follow that along, see where we get to. As views go, it's not a bad one even in this weather. It's got a semi-road going along there, which is mostly farm traffic. I'm on probably the main slope that heads down to this area. I will probably just let run wild let all of these growths come back to trees. It's also where my closest neighbours are, just in that corner. So it keeps us separated. And yeah, I'm reasonably sure now that that tall tree is the liner for our property markings. Looking very dramatic, buddy. It's their house, they're allowed to be there.